Welcome to driving an SATX. I keep watching this in disgust. This angers me. If you've seen any of my other videos, you know that I'm not on here to insult drivers. I'm breaking down bad moves so that more drivers have an understanding of what makes bad driving moves unsafe. But some people are out here just driving like straight up idiots, creating the most possible danger they can just because they're plain old stupid. There's no other explanation for driving like this. Now that you've seen that at full speed, let's break down just how stupid this driver is. As you're watching this part of the video, it seems very smooth and fluid because we're all moving at highway speeds, but we're all being safe about it, keeping safe distance, no erratic moves, and basically nobody's driving like a jackass. This driver flies into frame so fast and so recklessly stupid. Of course, the passing lane is to the left and wide open, but again, we're dealing with one of San Antonio's biggest losers here, and the quick reaction of a dumb tells him to pass on the right rather than the lane designated for passing. Those of us that operate and drive with even a hint of sense, notice I didn't say common sense because there's absolutely nothing common about it anymore. But those of us who aren't dense upstairs would know that it's best to apply the brakes and slow down when you're coming up to a vehicle that's moving slower than you are, but not this dummy. So doesn't apply the brakes, passes on the right when the left is wide open. Then this driver makes the least skilled lane change I've ever seen, which at this speed could be deadly. Watch this move. He jerks the wheel to the right to get into the next lane, but corrects too soon and straightens out with both driver's side tires still in the lane with this car. Not only doesn't have the smarts to slow down, but at this point clearly lacks all survival instincts as well, because the gas is still pressed as he still speeds ahead, and watch this, does the same thing again. At this point, this was inches away from being an accident, and if that's what resulted, this car, this truck, and I would have all been in a really nasty situation that could have ended a life or even lives. If the driver of this white Ford is watching, please comment who you are and where someone can find you so you can get a nice slap in the face that your parents should have given you a long time ago. On this night, I was pulling into this gas station here. Now, I really do drive around assuming everyone fully understands how driving works, and maybe that's my fault. So let me explain for anyone that needs this help. When you're using a driveway like this, and the driveway allows for traffic to go both ways, there may not be a line here, but you want to imagine one that divides the part of the driveway that goes this way from the part of the driveway that goes that way. Now, if you're going your way, and the side that goes your way is blocked for any reason, you have to understand that the part of the path that's still open is still for cars coming the other way. So if other cars are coming on the other side and your side is blocked, you want to do what was covered in pre-K and wait your turn. You can't just push ahead through the open side even with cars coming. You do not have the right of way here. This is the third consecutive video that I make that includes a car braking for no reason at all. Maybe it's time to start a special segment or something. At least we'll start with a title. So this will be the first of a series called The Brake Waster. Here is this week's brake waster right here in this Mustang, and here it is. Now, I'm not sure, but maybe the driver did this to read the sign, but as you can see, and as you'll see as I get into the next lane, there's nobody in sight in front of him. He doesn't just brake, he hits the brake and drops about 15 miles an hour in a hurry just to let off the brake and speed up again, because there's still plenty of road to go before braking is even necessary. I don't have a working camera facing the rear, but that'll be changing soon. I wish I had it for this one, however, because it really shows just how dumb this move was. I went ahead and included myself moving into the passing lane to pass all these vehicles. I'm including this because when I start a clip of myself in the passing lane, I usually get one of those viewers who knows everything without observing everything tell me that I shouldn't be camping in the passing lane. Like, really, I'm making these videos calling out people for this, and you saw a portion of a clip and say I'm camping. Anyway, as I move into the second lane here, now that I have a clearing to do so, I see in my rear view what I wish you could see, that there's a small dark gray Toyota in this lane over here, and at a high rate of speed, in one motion, moved all the way from this lane to the passing lane, just to immediately do this. And then even moves all the way into the lane that's ending. So again, this car, while behind me, jumped over every single lane in one motion, and then in one motion went all the way back for what? Beats me. I mean, I know you're supposed to pass on the left, but if you're all the way to the right and you need that lane, there's no need to get all the way to the left. Driving a vehicle is a huge responsibility. Lives are at stake at all times. You should be aware of your surroundings as well as yourself. And when I say that, I mean consider the size of your vehicle and the danger it poses when you move it around. If you drive a vehicle that's pulling a trailer behind it, you need to be aware of the trailer and how it responds to the moves you make. You shouldn't make the same moves with a trailer as you would without. But don't tell that to this guy. Despite the fact that he's pulling this trailer, he's about to make a move like he's driving a small car. See, he's driving in a lane that's about to turn into an exit. Now I know this because I can see that sign. This shouldn't come as a surprise to him because as we're witnessing as usual, these enormous signs are giving fair warning. Now this guy knows he doesn't need to get off at the next exit, yet here's a clear chance to get out of the lane. But will he take it now that it's safe to do so? Of course not. That's why this channel exists. No, what he does, like so many other drivers, is let this open window almost close and let a car get as close as they can without losing a chance and then jump over when there's little room to do so. Again, in this case, with a trailer. On a rainy night, I'm turning onto this access road here. I'm able to witness this frustrating little bit of nonsense. Look at these two. This car is tailgating a car that the driver would like to get around. Now, this truck has a wide open lane to get on their way. Now kudos to the driver of the truck because they had the sense to realize that this car may come jumping over and slows down. I can appreciate this. There are a lot of drivers making idiot moves, so it's good to be alert and drive defensively. So the driver of the pickup stays right here. Now, honestly, like I said, I can relate to defensive driving, but this quickly turns silly. If he isn't gonna go ahead and use your lane to go. But the pickup continues driving slowly and the car continues tailgating. Then when this pickup finally decides that this car must not be coming over and he's gonna go ahead and go, this car puts on a blinker and just comes on over. This one is more entertaining than anything, but it still makes me wonder what goes through some people's heads sometimes. Here I am in a long line at Whataburger. Now this particular restaurant has a highway access road in front and a street running behind it, so it's common to see cars just trying to get through here while waiting in line at the drive-thru. Like that guy, who should not be driving through a parking lot that fast because it's way less than smart. But because cars can go through here, it's courteous to leave a space for them to get through. Once it's my turn to sit here, I also allow this space for cars to get through. There goes another. Now, don't think I'm the last car in line. There are about 4 cars behind me, and we've all been waiting a while. And watch what this driver does. Now, I normally don't do this because I'm usually speaking very freely as I drive, but I'm turning on the audio from the recording so you can hear the cars honking at her to get the hell out of there.
What the f*** are you doing? Hey, bro, nah. You need to get back in line. You need to come get back in line, dude. This is the line.
She really looked at all of us waiting in line and figured it would be okay to go next. It must be a bitch to be that self-centered because you get disappointed regularly. Why did she think that was okay? I have no idea. And now I've had enough for today. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And stay safe on the road, San Antonio.